fighting ground. Crack training. Old Town Market.
I've been a failure, I've been a success. I'm like a diamond, I shine in the
私の出
pressure.
番だね
But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realized I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm gonna do it again, be a better man. Practice makes perfect.
Another fight is coming your way.
Ho ho, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Whoa, hold on. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. All right. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Neither of them willing to back off here. Grabs him. Goes for the drive rush there. And the throw ends the round. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Did well to get the buff in there. Player two kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Connects with medium kick. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Zones with the fireball. Launches with a Tenku kick. Knockdown and... will we see a drive impact? Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. And they create an opportunity for connects with the throw. Player one is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback. He sets up with the jump in. Punish counter on reaction. Back to the corner. Are we gonna play impact? Peekaboo wraps it up with a throw. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Projectile to try and change the situation. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Utilizes an overdrive arc there to tack on just a little more damage. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player two chases them down. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Life lead opens up. Oh, Satsu to pry them open. This is the perfect ring KO! Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Sticks the jump in. Rattles them with a spinning bird kick. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player two has the life lead. Can they use it? They hit them with a stop and bop. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Oh, is this it? Or are they still in this? And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. That's what happens when you...
Here comes a new challenger.
Ho ho, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player one has the life lead. Throws him down. Checks with the projectile. Puts one in the pocket. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. All right, what's coming up next? Gets the knockdown, and now reads them. Like the big play does it. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Did well to get the buff in there. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Going in? The jump in hits them with a stop and pop. Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Oh, burnout triggered. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very prepared digs in deep to get that drive impact. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Both fighters planning something? The Fuha's there to give them even better returns on their investment. It's a good spot to use the super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. This might be a pivotal super arc. Crowns them from above. Shows some disrespect with that invincible special. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Decides not to rush in without a plan. Sees the overhead coming. Jumps. Goes for the jump in. Here comes a big combo. Brushes that off and keeps going. Dangerous range here. Player one has the super gauge advantage. What now? Gets the corner switch. It might be some time for payback. Wall flat into the guard break. Are they going to be able to come back? This is gonna hurt. Uses their drive gauge. What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was gonna happen.
Judy.
Player two was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Sneaks in above. Nice double lariat. Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player one chases them down. That slight doubt is all it took. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Rushes that off and keeps going. This is gonna be bad news. Double lariat, and now both fighters are low on drive. What will they use it on? Player one, experiencing burn flawless round. They got him so quick. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Nails the anti-air. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Uncomfortable space. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player two in that dangerous burnout state. No good umpire. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Drive gauge finally recovers. Life lead is opening up low, heavy for the win. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. From up above. Target locked and scoop. Jumps up, rushes that off, and keeps going. You've gotta be untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Good anti-air. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. checks with a projectile. No good up high. Trips him up. Big counter. That parry may be just the catalyst they need. Throws them to negate the block. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Parries the projectile. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Grabs him. Taking stock. A drive impact to KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Jumps. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Breaks the block with a throw. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. A drive impact could end it all here. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Solid anti-air. What now? He tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Crowns him from above. There's a drive impact. Tensions are full. What a finish! Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jumps in. Was looking for that jump attack. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. Oh, whiffs the throw. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Takes a trip. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps up. There's a change of sides. Jumps. Looking for a chance. Goes for it all, but just misses. The Shoryu engine gives him the business. Looks to drop him to earth. Will we see a drive hit KO? Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 chases them down. Gets a chance with that jump in. Blocks the jump in. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. What's the play here? Did well to get the buff in there. The Buha stock to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Burnout is triggered. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Going in? Will we see a drive in? Closing moments of the match. In there! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 chases them down. Throws them. What's next? Gets a risky buff in. A quick breather. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Going in, denies the jump-in. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. KO! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Decides not to rush in without a plan. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Brushes that off and keeps going. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive arc. Adds a bit of OD spice there. Meets them air to air. Player 1 reads the jumping perfectly. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Carried to the corner. This may be bad news. Medium kick into. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 1 can't. All the throw connects. What are they gonna do? Buffs while they're blinking. Lenny drops them from the air. Player 2 needs to use their drive move. The drive impact doesn't work. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Oh my god, they just choked it up. Parried the fireball. Ooh, does them dirt. They are done. Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money.
Another fight is coming your way.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Throws him down. Denies the attack and no good up high. Player 2 has the life lead. Finds the time. Perfect parry to stop them. Time to go on the offensive. Knockdown. Player 2 chases them down. Throws them. What's next? The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. Grabs them. Taking stock. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Jumps up. Charges forward. Rough tap to close it. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Hits them with a stop and bomb. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. That combo did decent damage. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 holding on to that. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 1 not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Looking to follow up after that target combo. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Shows the medium kick. Goes for the jumping. Answering, strikes back with the overdrive arrow. Player 1 won out those close scuffles. And now they gotta have a plan for the next round. The next with the throw. Keeps them out! Putting the cherry on top! Breaking on them to lay down some damage without giving up ground! This can lead to some big damage! Hooks them and takes a swing! Drive rush! That corner is starting to look scary! Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of the drive impact doesn't work? You cut that boy off! He's had too much! Are you kidding me? That was a fight heard round the world! Yo, talk that! They're still hungry! Both sides stepping up for the rematch! Crowns them from above! Uses their drive to maximize their damage. That parry may be just the catalyst they need. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Alright, what's coming up next? Lots of aggression from both sides. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Uses the parry. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Gonna pay for telegraphing that jumping. Takes a trip. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Does a good job of pushing back. Will we see a drive impact? Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. The drive impact is denied. Hits him with a stop and bomb. Hits a knee. Player 2 nails the overdrive arrow kick. Knockdown and drink level max out. This party's getting crazy. Uses their drive to maximize their uses the gauge for a super arc. The Getsuga Saiho hits. We're about to see a freestyle frenzy with no retakes. What'll happen here? Crowns him from above. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Lays down a Saihasho. Loads up above. Shikusei meets them air to air. Oh, snipe. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Springs forward with the drive rush. All in with a rush. Player 1 has depleted their drive game, but they are still within range to win this round. Who's gonna take it? Breaks through with the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Good decision with that throw. Feeling a real buzz. Jumps it and whips. They're wide open. Fires off an overdrive arrow. Player 2 has a big drive game. What now? Drops while they're blinking. A real test of nerve crowns them from above. All the throw connects. Do we see a drive impact here? Back into the corner. What setup do they have? They brushes in. Take that guard away. He's maxed out. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Denies the jump in. Are you kidding me? Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Trips them up. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Both fighters are working with empty drive gauges, but I'm sure they want to make something happen. Takes the chance to hurt him. Nice cross-up. Both fighters plant KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Gets the jump in. Jumps up. Transverse. The hit throw connects. Connects with the transverse to boost their metal level. The metal level is getting there. Pressure's really mounting up. Hits them with a stop and pop. Were they baiting them into that? Full SA meters calls out their shot and responds with authority. Jump. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 2, burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Will we see a drive impact? Player 1 has depleted their... Oh my god, they just choked it up. Will they go all in without drive? Goes to the air. Are they trying to bait each other into making a mistake? Pull up. Sees the overhead coming. Flatlines them. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. A parry? Takes the chance to hurt him. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Both players with no drive in the tank. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Does a good job of pushing back. All right, what's coming up next? Did well to get the buff in there. They block the overhead, and nice Manes Dore, getting those throws all pumped up. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Sticks the combo. Can't tech the throw. Reads the command grab. Scrapping it out up close. Burnout activates. Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. Superb reactions on display. Side hustle to start something. Sets up with the jump in. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they charges forward. A super art. Clean pair. The throw is denied. Knocked him out of the air. Fights back with a this is gonna hurt. Wrapping it up. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. A jump in. Side hustle crowns him from above. Overhead. Player 1 with a slight reads the jump in perfectly. Right pumps the brakes on the impact. Go Satsu! Dangerous range here. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Look at the damage. A wheel, there's a burnout. Nails it. Are you kidding me? Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Jumps. Transverse. The hit throw connects. Waltzes in there and sweeps them off their feet. Parries the attack. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Well timed. That slight doubt is all it took. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled them down to the wire. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Jump. Risky up-close scrap still going. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Jumps in. It's a good spot to use the super. Hermano grabs him. This move brings a whole new meaning to the last dance. It's the pas de deux. Oh, what's this? Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter. Player 1 drink.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Starts with a jump in. Still slugging it out here. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Knockdown. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Plenty of life left in both fighters, but a big difference in drive. How can they use this to their advantage? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. From up above. Checks him with a projectile. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. Goes for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Turns a bar to unleash the storm. Sakai Fuhasan. They need to capitalize on this drive. The corner throw ends it. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Stops the attack by using a drive kick. Checks him with the boom. Jumps in. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? A quick breather. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Sneaks in above. What'll happen here? Flicks out the blade to creep up. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Jumps? Ooh, the opponent thought they had the high hand with that air attack, but they're about to get crushed. Perfect move. Doing some quick planning? They are not getting close to each other. Closes in. Barely blocks the jump in. Knocks them out of the air. Crowns them from above. Both are ready to pull the trigger. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. All we gotta see fuse is their drive gauge. That corner is starting to look scary. Here's all in with a rush. Let's loose a boom. Drive carry. No fuse chance after that ball. Are you kidding me? That was a fight heard round the world. Yo, top that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Gets a risky buff in. Big throw. Checks with a medium kick. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocks the jump in. No good up high. Goes air to air to deny them a chance. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Still slugging it out here. Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. Projectile to try and change the situation. Oh! They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. Next hit will end the round. Life lead opens up. So they break forward to pressure via KO. Player one hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The jump-in is denied. Sonic boom. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Knockdown and max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. A quick breather. Player one, big dominant. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. Uses their drive gauge. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Are they trying to bait each other into making a mistake? Break through with the throw. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. The jump-in is denied. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Throws him down. Taking stock. Player two is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Sticks the combo. Holds out with the block. Player one is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Knockdown. Player two can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. KO. Player two hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Risky up-close scraps still going. Player one has a slight life lead. Jumps in. Checks him with the boom. Come upstairs. Both fight a somersault kick stops them cold. Their life is hanging by a thread. Impact squashed. They were not clear for takeoff. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jump in. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Big throw. Ooh, what a smart throw. Jump. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. A jump sets up with the jump in. Both sides getting crowns them from above. Defies gravity with a revert, tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. This knocked them out of the air. What are they gonna do? All in with a rush. A jump in connects with the throw. Lets loose a boom. Changes the pace with the fireball. Boom! Drive rush, forward rush. Okay, here drops them. Player one burns out. That combo finishes it. That was catching.
Another fight is coming your way.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? Tries to throw, but doesn't connect. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Jump in finds the mark. Big counter. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Backs them into the corner. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Parries to cancel the fireball. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Jump! Taking them for a ride on the Siberian Express. Going in, player one will look to KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Sticks the combo. Can't tech the throw. Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What will they do? Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Oh, burnout triggered! Player 2 is dominating this match. They can't squander this punish counter chance. KO! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Opts to create space to start. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Player 1 couldn't even get a tickle in. Might be time for a change. Anti-air in the clutch. Scrapping it out up close. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Connects with the throw. All stocked up. Where's the full hop gonna come into play? The parry. Medium kick. Players punish counter on reaction. Excellent. Oh my god, what a throw tech. What are they gonna do? Good parry. Lays down a side hustle. Nice fireball. Gotta do better than that. Impact squat. Throws them. Okay, here we go. Noticeable life lead and eats it. Jump. Big time whip. What a finish. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Heavy punch sends them flying. Looking to plant him with the pile driver. Player one has the life advantage. Gets the jump in. Taking stock. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. The Fuha stock to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Takes a trip. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Burnout activates. Knockdown. Each hit is so important here. One chance here may end this match. Buffs up. Headbutt. KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Sneaks in above. Who's going to start things off? Saihasho? Player one had an impressive round while managing their drive game. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. They're backed up into the corner. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. Will we see a drive impact? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. With breather, the Fuha's there to give them even better returns on their investment. Not much life difference. Oh, says no to the impact. Sneaks in above. It's a good spot to use the super. Is this gonna kill? And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Slips the grab. Puts one in the pocket. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Knockdown. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Oh, talk about overextending. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Nice double barrier. Player two can't use any burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player two has completed their drive game, but they are still within range to win this round. In there. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Grabs them. Risky up-close scrap still going. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. They're trading attacks. Jumps up. Both fighters planning something. Jumps it. Big time whip. Oh, they're in the corner now. Oh, burnout triggered. Are we gonna stat? Combo finishes it! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Smart play with the throw. Both fighters look knocked up out of the air. Which fighter will control the pace? Connects with the throw. And eats it. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Both sides getting ready. Getting up close and personal. Somehow manages to block the jump. Nothing stops this train. Player two, putting the cherry on top. What now? Player one has the super gauge into a burnout. Did they mean to do that? It is over. Got ahead into both of our fights.
A new challenger.
HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Gets a chance with that jump. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Blocks the jump in. She gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Takes a trip. Puts one in the pocket. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Oh, easy tech. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Saihasho reads their mind and techs the throw. Very critical point of the match with full drive gauge available. So little life left. Takes in the throw. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The overhead connects. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Player 1 blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Not close enough for the throw. Smart play with the throw. Oh, what's this? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Target locked and scooped. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 is in a big cross that off. Do we see a drive back here? What's next? No! Critical art now? What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Barely blocks the jump in. Both fighters are standing firm with plenty of help. Reads the throw and escapes. That back row was huge. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Connects with the throw. Nothing stops this train. Punish counter sets the table. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Is it time for pleasure? Time for pain. As far as jury's concerned, they're kind of the same. The soup uses their drive gauge. Saihasho! How do they read that throw? Dangerous range here. Could we see a drive impact here? Carried to the corner. This may be bad news. The jump in is denied. Lays down a Saihasho. Wall flat into the card frame. Amazing. Can this drive bring them back? Real test of nerves here. That corner knew the throw was coming. Saihasho! They gotta find something to work with here. It is over! Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. A trade, but they're not worried. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. They block the overhead, and great block on that ambiguous cross-up. Perfect parry to stop them. Time to go on the offensive. Takes a trip. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Taking stock. Heading into the end game now. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Did well to get the buff in there. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 1 chases them down. The throw misses. Smart play hits them with a stopping block. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. What'll happen here? A drive impact to end it all. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. No, starts to pry them open. Connects with the throw. What's next? These fighters are swinging for control of the match. Who's gonna take it? Wrecks them. Player 1 has depleted their reads the throw and escapes. Oh, what a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Excellent block. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Bumps up. Oh, hits him with a stopping block. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Kaisen Dankan Raku connects. They're gonna score huge damage off of this. Makes smart use of the gauge. Good super. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Did we see a time impact here? The jump in is denied. A trade, but still works out. Loads up above. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Escape tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. They're sitting on a full genius read with that throw escape. Medium kick into. All the throw connects. Player 2 still has a chance. Tries to a fireball at that range. That was catch as catch can if you're gonna get them.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Finds the time to squeeze in above. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player 1 has the life lead. Knockdown. Oh! There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. But heats it up with a combo into super. Perfect time to spend the meter. Taking stock. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Where is their opening? KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Scrapping it out up close. Cycle Flicker finds the mark. Knockdown, brushes that off and keeps going. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. A drive impact could end it all here. Hit them with a 1-2-3. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to in there. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Difficult situation for a throw. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Big counter. Not shy with the grab. Player 2, perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round.
Round 2.
Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Reads them. Long low attack hits. Looking to plan them with the pile driver. Both fighters planning something? Drive reversal. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Side switch in the target lock and scoop. It's too much. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Blocks the jump in. The combo's there. The drive parry was successful. All right. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Checks them with a projectile. Jump in, finds the mark. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. All right, what's coming up next? Good jump. They timed that just right to get the perfect pair. They've got the beater for a drive impact. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing.
Round two.
Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Very solid corner switch. Shows a medium kick. Knockdown and smart play with the throw. Connects with medium kick. Hits him with a stop and drop. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Both fighters planning something? Springs forward with the drive rush. Are we going to see a comeback here? Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Oh, coming for you! Oh, burnout triggered! There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. That corner is starting to look scary. Hit clutch anti-air. Dribble! Player 1 has depleted their drive game, but they are still within range to win this. Doesn't take the throw! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. They got to escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Goes for the fireball. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. What's the play here? They break things off to take a quick breather. Blocks the ambiguous cross-up. Knockdown. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. They saw a path and they took it. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Barely blocks the jump in. Departure. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Tank? Throwing some shade. Cross up. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Goes for the jump in to start. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Dribble. Player 1 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. With super art, tracks that off. Putting the cherry on top. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Mark tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. He drops them from the air. Players all in with a rush. Anti-air in the clutch. No! Stunned off the wall. A real they are done. That was a fight heard round the world. Yo, Give me that drama, give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Takes a trip. Did well to get the buff in there. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Knockdown. The jump-in is denied. Taking stock. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Each hit is so important here. A drive impact, a super art. The super doesn't hit. Keeps fighting ahead even with a depleted drive gauge. Player 2 will look to KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Projectile to try and change the situation. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Sonic springs forward with the drive rush. This is gonna be bad news. Checks him with the boom. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Goes with the drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 can't use any drive burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. What'll happen here? Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Medium kick hit. Quick breather. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Connect with medium kick. All in with the rush. Oh, combo. Let's go. Ooh, you never know what excellent block. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Medium kick. The drive impact doesn't work. That corner is starting to throw her burnout. Did they mean to do that? Reads the jump in perfectly. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Then drops them hard. What anti-air in the truck closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Hits them with a stopping block. Did well to get the buff in there. Sticks the combo. Still slugging it out here. Knockdown. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. The jump-in is denied. Throws him. What's next? Decides to buff up while they can. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Springs forward with the drive rush. Burnout activates. Player 2 can't afford the gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Dashes. Player 2 heats it up with a combo into super. How will this impact things? Perfect move. Drive rush to keep it going. Sonic boom springs forward with the drive rush. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Their life is hanging by a thread. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. We add a bit of OD spice there. This is gonna hurt. Player 1 has depleted their drive game. The stun! Is it gonna be over? That amazing, never say die attitude got them the win. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Boom! Who's going to steal this win? Drops him from the air. Hopes with a kick. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. What now? All stocked up. Forward rush. Dangerous range here. Betting it all on the drive rush. All the throw connects. That corner is starting to look scary. Next, the counter. Nothing stops this train. Drops back of it. And whips. They're wide open. Player 1 can't. How did they read that throw? Wow, reads the counter attack. Are you kidding me? Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. The tension ring hits home. Medium kick hits. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 1 has the life lead. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Absorbs the attack and fires back. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Grabs him. This is a real back and forth match with them. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Very solid corner save. Medium kick hits. Holds out with the block. In there! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Got their eye on the air. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Springs forward with a drive rush. They're laying into each other. Sonic boom. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Connects with medium kick. Oh, shots to pry them open. Genius read. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Looking to impress with this super. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation. Connects with the throw. It adds a bit of OD spice there. Are we going to see a comeback here? Trade hits. Medium kick. What's next? The throw is beyond. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Boom! Shows up. The throw whiffs. The drive in fact misses. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will a rare chance here. They gotta do something. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. Leans on the flash kick to get them out of a jam. Shakes the drive rush. Somehow manages to block the jump in. That corner is starting to look scary. Nothing stops this train. Puts a bit of stank on that with an overdrive art. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Rushes in. Both hurting for some drive. They are done. Get that bank account ready because...
Here comes a new challenger.
HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Counter hit throw there. Still slugging it out here. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. The grab misses. Grabs him. Takes a trip. Surprises him with a drive rush. Gets the counter hit throw. Knockdown. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Manages to block the jump in attack. Gets him. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Did well to get the buff in there. Sticks the combo. What smart play to stop the opponent. Zones with the fireball. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Breaks the block with a throw. Throw leaves them wide open. Knockdown and KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. There's an overdrive shorty. Player 1 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Oh, the throw connects. Sets up with the jump in. Plenty of health, full gauges. Let's go. Gotta do better than that. They drops that off. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. This might be a pivot capsule on the dome. Turns out. Here comes the boom. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Does not leave anything to chance with that super finish. That was a fight heard round the world. Yo, top that. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. The throw missed. Tries him open with a Shoryuken. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Goes for the throw. Knockdown. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Takes the chance to hurt him. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Shoots off a fireball up close. Hits them with a stopping bomb. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have conflict. Springs forward with the drive rush. Going in, looking for a chance. Jumps up, anti-air in the clutch. Ooh, what a smart throw. This is a oh, snipe. Perfect use of the corner is rewarded with the win this round. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The drive impact doesn't work. Zones with the fireball. Smart play with the throw. Throws them. Player 1 can't use drive thinking cap overdrive Shoryuken. Oh, here we go. Solid anti-air. All in with a rush. Player 2 can't let this connect with the throw. Cross super hard income flatlines them. Player 2 was an absolute...
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Starting the action off with some fireballs. Starts with a jump in. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Still slugging it out here. What's the play here? Starts off zoning with fireballs. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Plenty of space between the two fighters, but who will decide to close the gap? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Taking stock. Did well to get the buff in there. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. All right, what's coming up next? Was looking for that jump attack. Saihasho changes the pace with an air-to-air. Takes a trip. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Closing one in there. Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Did well to get the buff in there. Blocks the impact. Sneaks in above. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Waka springs forward with the drive rush. Goes for the burnout triggered. Agony to the sternum. Impact squashed. Are we gonna see a comeback here? What are they gonna do? Drive throws them away. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight round. Fight.
Takes me, slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. Crunchy tiger knee. Player 1 throws that off. Turning it right up with the super. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Good presence of mind to pull the trigger. Sets up with the jump in. Player 1 crumbles from above. Go-satsu! They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Shoots the plasma! These fighters are swinging for the distance. This is a big damage. What a finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Perfect parry. Go, starts to pry them open. From up above. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Trips him up. Blocks the jump in. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Did well to get the buff in there. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. That's one huge life lead. Is this going where we think it is? Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive usage. Life lead opens up. Taking stock. Fire to Tiger Claw. Where is their opening? Experiencing burnout. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Back then, it goes for the invincible special. They were confident that would hit. Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Solid combo. Great work finding the opening. Uses the gauge for a super up. Uses the gauge for a super. They're not playing around here. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Going in, Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter. Gotta do better than that. Watching each other carefully. Hit them with a stopping bomb. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Tops off the tank and scores the win. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Fighter 6. Fighting ground. Track training. Old Town Market.